The story of Tata Steel begins in the 1890s, when the Indian entrepreneur Jamshedji Tata climbed slowly to the top of what was then the greatest iron structure in the world. As he looked out on Paris, he wondered if a modern Indian company could ever become one of the greatest steel makers in the world, just as India was in ancient times. But returning to India, he had an even bigger and bolder dream. He dreamt of a huge Indian enterprise that would measure its profit not by how rich it became, but by how much good it could do in the world and by its employees' passion to succeed.
In a free enterprise, the community is not just another stakeholder in business, but is in fact the very purpose of its existence.
When Jamshedji visited America, he found the best steel technology of the day, but also found his own values. Alongside vast wealth was huge suffering. Men treated like cogs in wheels, disposable, replaceable. He swore if he ever owned a steelworks, it would be run with respect for its workforce. Profits would be used for progress and not greed. He needed the best technology and the best people, like Charles Page Perrin.
Jamshedji Nasawanji Tata. Now there's a name to conjure with. Took me 3 months before I could pronounce it. But what a man. He was the one that had the dream. We just made it happen.
After Jamshedji's death, the new town was named in his honor, Jamshedpur. For over 100 years, something special has been happening here. The realization of an intangible dream. Jamshedji Tata wanted to build far more than just a steel mill. He believed in a company that treated its employees as human beings, providing them with a secure and comfortable life in a clean and healthy environment. The company has nurtured and built upon Jamshedji's ideas, taking them beyond the factories into the fabric of life in the vicinity. Tata Steel believes that the primary purpose of business is to improve the quality of life of the people. Within its factories, the harmony achieved between the company and its workers is unparalleled. Tata Steel has enjoyed 75 years without a strike. As Tata Steel grew, the company and its employees were determined to stick to the values which gave them their start. Unity in the workplace, integrity in business, responsibility for each other and their communities, understanding consumers, excellence in every part of the process.
I've learned a lot from captaining Team India, but I've learned as much from my colleagues at Tata Steel. In sport, it's not just about strength and tactics. It's about trust, teamwork, and most importantly, the willingness to change. The values that have built Tata Steel. As captain of India, my job was not only to win at home, but prepare a team which was good enough to beat the best anywhere in the world. Tata Steel is now a global player, so game on.
Like some other of Tata's major locations, this has been a steel town for well over a century. In fact, they discovered iron ore here in the 1850s, well before my grandparents were even born. Any company can say it has values and tries to live up to them, but in the steel industry, it takes time to gain that respect. Here, we're able to draw on very deep roots from the local community. Just look around. Steel is in our blood.
Look around you. Teamwork here isn't just nice to have, it's vital. This is where we have to work together to get it right and get it right the first time.
We'll carry on. All right?
This is where vast amounts of energy and pressure are brought to bear to create the raw material for the modern world. This is where we add value to that material to make it the best in the world.
Here too in Jamshedpur, we like to work together and make steel better and faster than ever before. We differentiate ourselves in our ability to take higher aspirational goals, however impossible they may seem. With this goes a lot of interaction and involvement of people that makes things happen. It is from these shop floors that about 32,000 suggestions were received bottom up last year. What sets all of us apart here is our belief that nothing is impossible to achieve.
And here in Singapore, we too believe that nothing is impossible. We've built a city with our steel. Singapore is one of the world's great trading and financial hubs. It relies heavily on the quality of its infrastructure. Our steel have helped build one of the most spectacular skylines of the world.
We don't have to care so much about hills in the Netherlands. That's why we have 16 million bikes on a population of 16 million people. And the best bikes are made of our steel. This site was destroyed in the Second World War, and the people rebuilt it as one of the biggest and most modern plants in Western Europe. In the Netherlands, we like to get on with things. We have a saying, je moet het ijzer smeden als het heet is, which means you have to force the iron while it's still hot.
One piece of paper is just like another, right? Wrong. This piece of paper is one of the highest qualifications in the world. It represents thousands of days of work and attention to detail from thousands of people. This paper is the world saying to us, we recognize that you know what true quality is, and that you have to get up every day and earn it, keep it, and improve it. Sometimes the journey is just as important as the destination.
I climbed Mount Everest 27 years ago. No matter what you achieve, you must contribute to help others to achieve the same goal. By staying in Tata Steel, I got opportunities to learn leadership through mountaineering. When you climb a mountain, you get a new lease of life, a can-do spirit. It is the same spirit that has made Tata Steel what it is for over 100 years.
Innovation can really give us the edge over our competitors. What we do over here translates into very useful things that touch upon human lives every day, like making cars lighter, yet stronger and safer. Lighter yet stronger seems as a paradox, but this is what we actually do. From automotive to building and constructions, our experts think out of the box to make the world a safer and cleaner place.
And if lighter and stronger seems like a paradox, how about more profitable and more generous? Today, more than 2/3 of the profits of the House of Tata go back to the community and social causes, making the world a better place. The more the company makes, the more it gives back to the good of this world. Now that's a paradox that Jamshedji would have enjoyed.
Ultimately, we all want to leave our mark. We want to leave something to be remembered by. In my case, the technologies that will save humanity and will save this planet. Inventing new technology is all about creation. So it starts with inspiration, and then a long struggle, and ultimately achievement. It starts with a dream. If we stop dreaming, we stop thinking.